Look around you. In a world filled with endless information, opportunity, and tools, why do most people still stay stuck in the same place? Why do so many people live the same year over and over again and call it a life? It's not because they aren't capable. It's because they've accepted average as normal. But here's the truth that nobody wants to say out loud. Average is a trap, a comfort zone disguised as reality. And unless you wake up to it, you'll stay in it for the rest of your life. Most people stay average because they don't know they're average. They've been conditioned to believe that fitting in is safety, that not standing out is being smart, that waiting for the right time is wise, but the right time never comes. The comfort zone never leads anywhere new. And fitting in means you'll always be limited by the average expectations of others. So how do people fall into this trap? It starts early. From childhood, people are told to follow the rules, stay quiet, do what's expected. They're taught to aim for good enough, not excellence, not leadership, not fulfillment, just survival, just compliance. And over time, this mindset builds a cage, a mental one where fear replaces freedom, where effort is minimized, where risk is rejected. And without even realizing it, most people slowly trade potential for predictability. They go to jobs they don't love, hang around people who don't challenge them, distract themselves with screens and entertainment, all while quietly knowing there's something more. But here's the thing. The more you avoid discomfort, the more average becomes your ceiling. And the more you repeat safe patterns, the harder it becomes to escape them. Now let's be clear. Average is not about income or fame. It's a mindset, a belief system. Average people can be rich or poor, visible or unknown. What defines average is living on autopilot, letting life happen to you instead of designing it, being reactive instead of intentional. To escape average, you have to do what most people won't. That starts with one thing: brutal honesty. You have to stop pretending that things are fine when you know they're not. You have to admit when you're coasting, when you're hiding, when you're avoiding. Because you cannot change what you don't confront. And confronting average starts with asking a powerful question: am I truly growing or just going through the motions? Most people don't want to ask that question. It's easier to point fingers, to blame the system, the economy, their past. But winners take ownership. They realize that even if it's not their fault, it is still their responsibility. They stop waiting for motivation. They start building discipline. They don't let their feelings dictate their future. Because here's a truth that's hard to swallow. Your current life is a reflection of your standards. What you tolerate, you allow. And what you allow becomes your normal. If you tolerate laziness, excuses, and distractions, you become a reflection of them. But if you raise your standards and align your actions with your future, you start rewriting your identity. Escaping average isn't about doing something huge once. It's about doing something small consistently. Tiny habits, repeated daily, become massive over time. Most people underestimate the power of 1%. They look for breakthroughs and overlook the importance of follow-through. But the ones who escape average, they obsess over process. They show up even when it's boring, even when it's hard, even when nobody's watching. Another reason people stay average is they surround themselves with average energy. Their conversations are about gossip, not goals. Their environments are filled with distractions, not direction. They don't just need better habits, they need better people. Because who you're around is who you become. Energy is contagious. So if you're serious about escaping the trap, you need to be ruthless with your circle. That might mean losing friends, ending relationships, saying no when it's uncomfortable. But that's the price of growth. Not everyone will support the new you. Some people liked you better when you were average because it made them feel safe. But you're not here to make others comfortable. You're here to live your potential. And that means being willing to outgrow environments that no longer serve you. Most people don't fail because of lack of talent. They fail because of lack of vision. They don't have a clear target. They wake up, check their phone, react to whatever comes up, and call it a day. Winners don't operate like that. They plan, they execute. They reflect, they measure. They build a system around their future self, not their current mood. To escape average, you must become someone new. And that transformation starts in the mind. You must start seeing yourself differently. Stop saying I'm trying and start saying I'm becoming. Stop identifying with your past and start aligning with your potential. Because if your identity doesn't change, your behavior won't either. And if your behavior doesn't change, your results won't either. Don't wait for motivation. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a choice. Average people rely on the right mood. High performers rely on their mission. They do the work when it's hard, when it's inconvenient, when it's lonely. Because they know greatness is not built in comfort. It's forged in pressure. Every single person who escaped average had a moment where they were tempted to quit, where they felt invisible, overlooked, underestimated. But they pushed anyway. They kept going because they were building something inside that no one could take from them. That's what makes someone unstoppable. Not talent, not luck, but the ability to keep showing up when average people stop. So if you feel behind, stuck, or overlooked, remember this: you're not done. You're just not finished building. Use the pain. Use the doubt. Use the frustration. Not to break you, but to sharpen you. Average people let pain define them. Great people let pain refine them. You don't have to know every step. You just have to take the next one. Focus on progress, not perfection. Build momentum, not excuses. Start now, not later, because later turns into never. And never is the graveyard of potential. You weren't born to be average. You were built to become something extraordinary. But it only happens if you choose it, not once, but daily. In your habits, your thoughts, your decisions, your discipline. Average is crowded. Greatness is lonely. Most will choose easy, but you're not most. You're the exception. So act like it. Live like it, build like it, escape the trap, and never look back.